For my major project video, I chose to do my outline on Captain John Smith, Introduction to Description of New England, written in 1616. What drew me to the text instantly was that it was a persuasive style of actual writing from the John Smith, someone who every average kid learns about as early as elementary or just by watching Disney's Pocahontas. It's really cool to see someone who you just saw more as a fictional character from Disney's, kind of more how they made it seem, and just more of like a love, character for Pocahontas, which we all know really wasn't true. He was an overaged man and she was a little girl. But anyways, he turned out to be a noble person in American history. He was one of the earliest England settlers to inform his fellow people from home what opportunities the Americans or colonies could bring to the near future. There had to be a lot of bravery to step out and actually put action to move to the other side of the world for change. All the points he was making to convince the English to come to the colonies are actually what America turned out to be today. What I like so much about the passage is how those early settlers really predicted a future that every American has the opportunity to live in today. We get to live a life where we have pretty much just about any freedom we want as long as it doesn't break any rules or cause any harm. A lot of people had to carry their parents' debts back in early England, so a lot of people were just born in a bad situation, didn't have the choice to really just have a good life on their own. They couldn't just make something on themselves by doing fully. Another reason I enjoyed reading the passage is seeing how the diction was back then. It's really fascinating to see how the language has changed in over 400 years. How the language has changed in over 400 years. If I were to travel in time back then, I would be illiterate. It was really hard to really understand. It was kind of like reading the Bible, honestly, the King James Version. Let's see. Oh yeah, speaking of that, another thing I like so much about the text is how he included God and religion to convince the people to come over. Religion was still huge now, but back then people really lived by religion and in the word. So he kind of put it in a way where they could come over and just have their own freedom, worship God the way that they wanted to worship God without the strictness of, I guess, the British government and stuff like that. A meaningful part of the speech is where he states, "And here are no hard landlords to rack us with high ends, rents or extorted fines to consume us, no tedious pleas and law to consume us with their